Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Salakia, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And when it says my people, that's talking about the chosen people of the Lord, man, which are the Israelites, man. The Israelites from day one are the chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the Israelites consist of these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And of course, the other people that look like other nationalities, but they descend from the man Israel, man. Because we try the spirit by the spirit. It's not a skin color thing, man. But nonetheless, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, and that's talking about America, man. All right, this is the house of bondage, man. We are in Egypt again, man. If you look in the dollar bill, it shows you your first captivity and your last captivity, man. All right, which would be Egypt and America, man, which are synonymous, man. All right, there's nothing new under the sun, man. All right, everything that's going on now technically already happened, right? We get put into we are the chosen people of the Most High. He gives us everything that we need and want and desire until we start going off. He throws us into captivity. We repent, change our ways, then he delivers us, man. But this happens over and over again, man. But this is our last captivity, right? And the way he's going to deliver us now is going to be a spectacular fashion, just like the first time he delivered us was in a spectacular fashion, man. All right, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right, just like when we first time we were fleeing Egypt, man. All right, the first time our first exodus, man, the Lord delivered us with a mighty hand. He sent plagues upon Egypt, man, plagues upon the Egyptians, man. It's to make harden Pharaoh's heart, to hold us in there even longer, to keep us in captivity even longer, so he could show his strength, man. All right, to let us go, man, because the Lord likes to put on a show. All right, when you're a man of that magnitude, of that might, all right, if people don't fear you, if people don't believe the things that you're capable of, you're gonna want to flex your muscle, man. You want to show these people that you're not just all talk. All right, this is what the Lord's about to do, man. He's about to stop all that talk, man. It's like he said in the book of Ezekiel, he's going to make these silly proverbs to cease, man. All right, but let me go to real quick the book of Romans chapter 9. I'm gonna jump straight to the point. Romans 9 and 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, right? People, what you're seeing in America and across the four corners of earth, the number one problem in this place, man, the number one problem in America and all across the world, man, is the lack of the fear of the Lord, man. All right, people do anything they want because they believe that they won't get judged for it. They believe, even if they believe in the Lord, man, they believe that he's going to forgive them for anything they do, and they have the green light to do whatever they want. But no, the Lord is about to make his power known, man. All right. Verse 22, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? All right. He's just, just like he did with Pharaoh. He tolerated Pharaoh just to make his power known, man. Just like he's doing with Esau, Edom today, man, the so-called white man. He's tolerating them until he gets to the point to make his power known, man. Verse 23, and that he may make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. Right. And the vessels of mercy is the Israelites, man, again, man. Because, the promise was always given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, and Jacob's seed, man. All right. So these are the vessels of mercy. But let me jump back to 2nd Ezra 15. So, I got to the point on that. Let me jump over to Revelation 18. Revelation 18, starting at verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. All right, and this is talking about America, man. That her is America, man. And again, second Esdras 15 talked about plagues as he smote ancient Egypt with plagues. He's doing to a Babylon again today, which is America. But that final plague, right, is going to be nuclear missiles, man. Just like the final plague in ancient Egypt was death, this final plague is going to be thermonuclear missile, man. Complete destruction. All right. Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall our plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. All right. Verse 9. And the kings of the earth, who hath committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, man. All right. The Lord is about to put on a show. The Lord's about to put on a show for all to see. He's going to judge America and these other nations that committed fornication, these other nations that drank the wine of Babylon, that was cool with the LGB, the alphabet gang, that was cool with Sodom and Gomorrah lifestyle, that were cool with, women in rulership and women having the liberty to do whatever they want and destroy themselves with the hypersexualization of the women, man. That were cool with, human trafficking, all right, stealing people, man. These other nations that were cool with it, man, are going to see the judgment and be like, damn, we're not doing that anymore because, strong is the Lord that judges her, man. All right. Verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right, because all these abominations and sins that they commit because of Babylon and the wine they drink, the philosophies they drink of Babylon, they make billions and billions of dollars off of that, man. So they live deliciously, right, because America is a consuming nation, man. All right. And what do they consume? Shit from other nations, man. All right. And live deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, again America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right. In 1 hour, the nation with the strongest military of all time, in 1 hour, a nation that boasts about its strength and its might, in 1 hour is going to be utterly destroyed and burned with fire, man. In only 1 hour, man. All right. And now these other nations are going to see and witness that kind of power. Right. And I was watching that movie Oppenheimer, which really what inspired this lesson, Lord willing. Right. And there was a scene where Oppenheimer, who was the creator of the atomic bomb, he's sitting in a meeting with a general, and I believe the president. I forgot who was in the meeting. It was a scene in black and white. It was like 6 other people in the room, and they were discussing about dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Oppenheimer interjects and says, yo, you got to consider the psychological effects of dropping an atomic bomb, man. And he described it as a pillar of fire 10,000 feet into the sky, man. All right, dropped by something you really don't see and disappears, man. All right. So when you imagine, if you can imagine a pillar of fire 2 miles high going up to the sky, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of feet wide, man, destroying everything in its path, not only in the path of the blast radius, but everything outside of the blast radius too, due to the radiation, man. And with a wind that pushes back too, because in the movie when they tested it, man, you see the bomb go off, a small sample of the bomb go off, and they were like miles away from the blast zone. But like after the bomb went off, like a minute later, you hear the sound, the sonic boom, the sound of the explosion, and a destroying wind that pushed everybody back to their feet, man. All right, but imagine that times 200 million, man. All right, when these other people see this, and these other kings and these rulers and these princes see this from other nations, man, it's going to scar them psychologically, where they're never going to want to try to fight again, man. All right, they're never going to want to pick up weapons again, man. And it says that in the book of Micah, man. All right. Actually, let me jump to there real quick. This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, and verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And that mountain is going into big governments, great governments, and the hills are going to smaller governments, man. So the mountain of the house of the Lord, man, which will be the nation of Israel, man. And not talking about Salakia, Israelis, man. Talk about the nation of Israelites, man, under Yahweh, under Yahweh Shai, and then under the elect, man. All right, and all these other nations and nationalities are going to flow and come to Yahweh Shai for guidance and rulership and how to live and how to, for the law, basically, at the end of the day. Verse 2, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Right. So every nation is going to come to the Israelites, right? Starting with Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai, then the elect, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. And he shall judge, Salakia, verse 3, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right. Why is that, man? Because they're going to see the might of Yahweh Shai and realize that there was nothing they could do to topple that, to conquer that, man. All right? There's nothing that they'll be able to do. So you're going to get right, man. It's going to be just a complete display of strength that's going to crush the spirit, the fighting spirit of every other nationality on the planet Earth, man. That's complete straw, raw power, man. All right? And this is and this is the power that we serve, man. And this is the power that was gracious enough to choose us, man. All right? This is a great blessing. Right? Being born an Israelite is the greatest blessing you can ever receive, man. But 2/3 of our people waste it, man. They despise their blessing, man. They act like Edomites, man. Esau despised his blessing, man. 2/3 of our people have that same spirit even until this day, man. Well, let me get back to these nuclear missiles, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord. Right? Everything's getting destroyed in America, man. Verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Right? That besom of destruction is the nuclear missile wind, man. It's going to sweep across all of the four corners of Babylon, man. All of the four corners of America, man. America's going to be completely destroyed, man. All right? You think so-called global warming is bad now? All right? How hot is it going to get? How much warmer is it going to get when the Lord sets off 200 million thermonuclear missiles on this place, man? All right? This is why I say 200 million, man. Revelation 9 and 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, man. Right? The army of the horsemen is talking about the nuclear missiles, man. 200,000 is 200 million, man. All right? It's going to straight trample this place, man, and turn this bitch to a desert, man. All right? It's going to be a kingdom for desert animals, man. But it's going to be, it's going to be a graveyard for hundreds of millions of people, too. All right? Isaiah 13 and 19, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did Yahweh Bashim Yahshai overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By Salakia, I'm about to say thermonuclear missiles, but in a way, by fire and brimstone, man. Right? It rained fire on Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to rain fire on America, man. It's the same thing. The Lord is doing it over again. Just like he did in Egypt. The vehicles he used, which were the chariots, to deliver us out of ancient Egypt, pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, right? The pillars of fire are going to be used the same way, not the same way, but the same site. You're going to see pillars of fire on our second Exodus, man. All right? The Lord's about to put on a show, man. You thought 4th of July, you thought you saw fireworks on 4th of July? Wait till you see what the Lord does to America, man. I hope he blows this bitch up on the 4th of July too, man. All right. Isaiah 13:20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall shepherds make their fold there. All right. Nobody will ever be able to live in America again, man. All right. There's gonna be no resources, man. Everything's gonna get burnt up, man. The pools are gonna be dried up, the rivers, the lakes, right? All that's gonna be dried up in this place, man. The canals is over for this place, man. All right, verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Right. It's over for this place, man. Right. The Lord already put an expiration date on America, man. The series finale of America. We're watching the series finale of America right now, man. All right. We're watching the final episodes of America before it collapses, before all hell breaks loose, and then before it's utterly destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. You know what? Let me get one more. I'm going to close out. Isaiah 42:13, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up their pools, man. All right, this is what the Lord is waiting for, man. Mentally in his mind, he's prepping for the day of destruction, man, the day of doom, man. All right, the day of vengeance, man. All right, and we're waiting for it too, man. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord, one, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and abad babal.